If you voted for Jill Stein, fuck you very much. And if you didn't vote, and if you voted for your finances and or your racism over morality, of course, it's still fuck you too. As I hope we all know, what genocide means is to the special intent to destroy a group of people based on race, nationality, ethnicity, or religion. Keep that in mind while I talk. Today, the Israeli army targets residential buildings that were housing dozens of displaced Palestinian families in Gaza City after issuing new forced evacuation threats. Israel's assault on the northern urban center continued into the early hours of Saturday with deadly strikes reported on Palestinian homes. On Saturday, at least 62 people, including people seeking aid, have been killed by Israeli attacks. Since the start of the war in October 2023, at least 64,000 people have been killed and 163,000 wounded across Gaza. Thousands are believed to be under the fucking rubble. Israel's expanding military offensive has killed at least 287 people in Gaza in the 3 days since a group of world-leading genocide scholars declared that Israel is committing genocide to the Palestinians, obviously. According to health officials in the Hamas-run territory, genocide is, they say it too. The genocide scholars, which includes Holocaust experts, declared on August 31st resolution that Israel's actions in Gaza since the 22-month war began constitute genocide, war crimes, and crimes against humanity. As evidence, the group pointed to the killing or maiming of 50,000 children. Israeli leaders characterizing Palestinians in Gaza as human animals and threatening to flatten the territory and turn it into hell. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu endorsing President Trump's plan for the U.S. to take over the Strip and have all of its inhabitants resettled elsewhere. Israel's foreign ministry dismissed the latest allegation of genocide, saying it was entirely based on Hamas's campaign of lies. Before I bring our focus back to America, I just really need to say that, yes, I'm glad you asked. Israel has a universal healthcare system that mandates coverage for all citizens and permanent residents, which provides a broad package of essential health services, including hospital care, primary and specialty care, mental health services, and prescription drugs. All of Israeli citizens and permanent residents are entitled to health insurance through the National Health Insurance Law, regardless of income, age, or health status. That's real interesting. So that big stupid bill includes approximately $863 billion in cuts to Medicaid over 10 years, which could cause 11.8 million people to lose coverage. As a foundational Black American, I can tell you about my own struggles with issues getting my numerous medications due to the bureaucracy involved with insurance companies. And as much as I hate insurance companies and their greed, I, through Obamacare, was finally able to get insurance through the healthcare marketplace after years of being told I was too poor to get insurance at the marketplace, but I qualified for Medicaid, but then the Medicaid office would say no, and that was it. When I was finally able to get the insurance, they required tedious, time-wasting paperwork for medications I've taken for over 20 years. I have had to struggle. I've had to make it a fucking enough and stretch out my medicine. Not taking it like I'm supposed to because I couldn't afford a refill. One of my medications is $70 without insurance. And after months of going back and forth, months with the damn insurance company, My medicine is $3. $3 and I've been paying $70 for almost a year because of actual bullshit blockages of an insurance company. And please keep in mind that I'm a very sick person going through this fucked up disability process. So I was too sick to fight the insurance company for and by myself. A beautiful pharmacy tech saved my life. Her name is Rebecca. Please throw up a prayer for her and her family at this time. She's amazing and she saved my life. This stupid BBB also includes an increase in copays for Medicaid recipients who make more than the federal poverty level, just over $15,000 for a single beneficiary. They will be required to pay an extra $35 copay in some visits. The legislation also eliminates a Biden-era policy that allows year-round ACA enrollment for the poorest Americans, those who make up 150% of the poverty level, or around $22,000 a year. Americans will still be able to enroll year-round if they've had a change in circumstances or the occurrence of a specific event. The changes in circumstances may be that you lost all or most of your SNAP coverage. So it's cyclical bullshit. It continues. The changes could have an impact on school lunch programs, requiring some previously eligible families to apply for access, and on federal reimbursement payments for some school districts. Do you hear me? School lunch. The changes will cause 22.3 million families to lose some or all of their SNAP benefits. According to the Institute, which is a nonpartisan provider of policy research. So they don't have a reason to lie. The ugly truth of Trump's big stupid ass shit is cutting $186 billion in food aid, leaving 186 million children hungry in America's public schools. It slashes $186 billion from SNAP over the next decade. A move that threatens to leave 18 million children without access to free school meals. So now, where the fuck are these kids supposed to eat? They ain't got no food at home and ain't nobody tending to them at the school. This big fucking bill will cut, like I said, $186 billion by 2034. The bill imposes stricter eligibility rules and shifts significant costs to the states, threatening food security for millions, including vulnerable children and families. States with a high error rate face up to 15% of benefit costs, risking severe program reductions or termination. So if your state isn't going to work with the SNAP, then I guess fuck you too. It's obviously going to cause more hardship and hunger in the United States. States with high numbers of children who are eligible for free or reduced price meals, especially in rural and southern areas, will be hit the hardest. According to Food and Research Action Center data, nearly 2/3 of students in Texas qualify for free school meals, and in Mississippi, that figure is an astonishing 99.7%. The bill's cuts will affect the most vulnerable communities, widening inequality and harming children's ability to learn. And Mississippi is also one of those states, and I've had a wild hair up my ass for y'all for a while. You're an example of the idiots who voted against you and your children's best interest. Hence that hair in my ass. So my point is, y'all have allowed Trump to continue to test run American genocide. Hungry children, hungry elders, hungry every fucking body except for the 1%. No medication, no help, no safety nets in sight. May God be with us all, and it's still fuck your eggs, because judging by the way you voted, you won't be sharing them. And I'm sorry that I keep fumbling my words. I just, it's just too much every fucking day, and this harm that is being done can take way longer to undo. And the malnourishment that people are being exposed to, and that, you know, they're dealing with in Gaza, that's not easily replaceable either. You can't just get a malnourished person and feed them and they hop up and immediately be well like Jesus healed them, unfortunately. Expect to see that in the United States, I think. I hope not. I hope that by some miracle that this doesn't come to pass. Bye.